The skill of high ticket sales and remote closing took me from broke, lost, and unfulfilled to earning multiple seven figures in the online space. I want to take you inside of one of our processing accounts here. 1.6 million. This is from just a little bit over a year, end of 2023 to the start of 2025. I show you that not to flex, not to be cool, or not to really do anything other than to show you that I've done this and I know what I'm talking about. I've put a lot of hard work into this industry, and I have a thesis that this is the best opportunity to get into the online space and be successful if you're a beginner, if you're a 9-to-5er, or if you're just someone who's a traditional sales rep that wants to transition into the online space. In this video, I'm going to talk about what it is, how it works, and if it's a potential good fit for you. Let's hop right in. So I put at the top here, let's think big. I think a lot of us get caught up in our day-to-day life, our surroundings, our environment, our friends, our family, our job, and we don't think big enough. And even just showing you that, the revenue, it surprises me too, because there was a time I wasn't thinking big enough and I was stuck and I was lost. And I started to put in work by mastering this one skill, and everything changed. I want to show you really quick before we even get started and even talk about what it is, how it works. I want to show you a video of a 19-year-old closing a deal, a 4-figure deal from his bed. You can see his pillow right here in the background.
So limit increased from 5,000. So remember the card I gave earlier today? Do you want to try doing that again?
Yes. So you might have got a text from your bank. It's saying pickup card. Your bank just is wanting to confirm that it's you actually making the transaction. It's just because you're in Canada and we're in the US. You just reply to it and confirm it. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Your payment also went through too.
Isn't it crazy what people are doing with the, advent of technology and the advancement of what's happening in this space right now? It's crazy. I show you that because you don't need skill. You don't need previous experience. What you need is the ability to want to have more and to think big. Let's hop in. I want to talk about my journey. I got into this space a lot differently than most. Now, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of gurus, people teaching this in the online space right now, it's like they went and got a sales job and then they had like a few closes and they're like, yo, I want to teach this. I need to create a course. That's not at all how I got into the space. So I started with a marketing agency. And what we would do is we'd partner with companies, our clients, we'd partner with them, their brands, we'd run their ads and their marketing. The purpose of this marketing is we wanted to get more eyeballs on their product and service and ultimately bring them in new clients. We came across a problem, and the problem was simple. Every month or so, these companies would call us and they'd be like, Jack, we love you. We love your work. Last month was great, or last 2 months were great, but this month, the leads aren't qualified and we're not getting a return on our investment. Naturally, we would panic and we'd be like, oh my goodness, how do we actually keep this client on? We don't want to lose somebody. And so what we did is we had no choice, but we picked up the phone and we called the leads that our ads created. Now, a lead is like a name, number, and an email of people who have raised their hand and said they're interested. We called them for the client. This wasn't even in our scope. And we called them, and ultimately we found that it's not that these leads aren't qualified. It's just that these companies, they didn't know how to talk to the leads. They were used to people walking into their brick and mortar in-person location, or they were used to, a referral, and there's a lot of trust there. Whatever the reason was, we were able to talk to these leads and either close them on the deal or set an appointment with the company owner to close these deals. There we go. This is where we had a huge light bulb moment, because we were understanding that the ads were one part of the problem, but another part of the problem was the actual sales. And we started training, and we started doing this for all of our partners, as well as training others to do so. And over the last 5 years, we've helped over 6,000 people get into and start in this space. And so this is what a closer does. They talk to these leads and they sell this product or service. Now, I want to define something. Why we say high ticket, and we define it as $2,000 and up. So if the product this company is selling is $2,000 and up, what we do is we classify that as high ticket. And so that means that most of these leads that come in, they're going to want to talk to somebody before they buy it. They're not going to want to spend $5,000-$10,000 on a product without talking to a closer first, because a lot of times, we're not just going to buy it. You're not just going to buy something so expensive without knowing if it's a good fit and without talking to somebody. So this is where a closer comes in. Now you ask, why don't company owners just do it themselves? Some do, but the ones that are really big, they're too busy, scaling their company. They're too busy doing leadership. They're too busy actually doing and delivering the product and service that they're great at, and they don't want to close deals and hop on calls and do sales all day. They want to do what they're good at. And so that's why they're more than willing to pay you anywhere from 10 to 20% for every deal that you close. In just a minute, I'm going to break down exactly what that looks like. But these companies, they're more than happy to break off a piece of the pie and pay the closer so they don't have to hop on the calls all day. This is what it looks like, and this is how it works. At the same time as we've had this big aha moment where we're like, okay, this is where we need to go, I was also getting training and coaching from a lot of different coaches. I had invested so much money into trainings, and I was becoming really, really good at sales. And we took all that knowledge that I was building in that skill, and we started duplicating it across different people and different avenues. And this is how we got into the space. And this is why I'm such a big believer, because I've seen so many people go from complete beginner, no experience, just like Jacob here. When I met him, he was in a warehouse. And it wasn't me. He put in the work. He put in the hard, the hours, the skills. And when it got tough, he kept going. But he had no prior sales experience before. And these are some of the best people in this space. And so right now, if you're sitting there thinking like, hey, I don't know if I'm even good enough to do this or I have the skill, don't worry. This is one thing you have to learn. It's not starting a business where you have to learn all of these, qualities. All you need to do is learn this one skill of sales. That is the beauty. So this is how it works. And this is why companies are looking for closers. Now, let's talk about income potential. Let's break it down. Let's say that you're selling, and I'll try to draw here. Let's say you're selling a $5,000 offer. We'll just say that. Okay. And you have, let's say, on your calendar every day, these leads, they booked a call, and you have like 3 to 5 sales calls every single day. And you close at a rate of, let's say, 20%. So that would be, if we just take the 5 number, that would be 1 out of every 5. 1 out of every 5 calls you hop on. That would be a little bit below industry standard. So not very good. You're going to need to improve your skills. But 1 out of 5, you close a deal. And that would be every day. And you get 10%. You're going to make $500 every day. So you can see, you close a $5,000 deal, you earn $100. You earn $500. You close another one the next day, you earn $500. And you can see how within a week you could earn, it's very easily to understand that you could earn, $2,000 to $4,000 a week. Now, that looks simple on paper. What it takes is a lot of skill and getting people over the hurdle. Now, this, I said it earlier, this isn't cold calling, this isn't door knocking, this isn't trying to sell somebody something they don't want. This is talking to people who have already raised their hand and they're already interested. All right. So you're not trying to force somebody to buy something. But with that said, remember, this is high ticket. So a lot of people, it's going to be a big investment for them, even if they have lots of money. And so you're going to have this skill that can transfer these leads into actual paying clients. But that's the opportunity for you. Now, as far as income, we have people that make in this space right now, they want to get into it and they don't actually put in the work. They don't even go out there and do an opportunity. They make $0. We have other people, it's a commission-based opportunity, and that they can technically make as much as possible. They're doing $30,000 plus per month in this space. So it depends on 2 things, your skill and the opportunity. In this training, this is video 1, I'm going to take you through exactly how to find an opportunity, and I'm going to show you exactly how to start building these skills, okay? Now, why is this industry booming? I want you to think about sales. We know that sales has always been a real thing since the beginning of time and how important that is. And then think about the online space. And we can all agree that the online space is growing at an unprecedented rate, and we all know sales is important. Take those 2 things, put them together, and you see why this is so needed. Now, you may be thinking, did I come too late? Am I like, I heard of remote sales and high ticket closing in 2022 and I, didn't take any action? Here's the beauty. You're not too late. The more people winning in this online space, the more people being successful, the more opportunity for you to win, because you can partner with those companies and close their product or service. It's a win-win, and the bigger the space, the more opportunity for you. The demand is needed. I'll say right now, if you have these skills, you're going to have companies knocking down your door to work with you, and that's what we're going to work on. So who wins in remote closing? Who are the winners? Because some people, like I said earlier, it's not the people that have remote sales experience. It's not even the people that have sales experience. It's not even the people that have ambition. It's the people that are willing to work on themselves. Your income is going to be directly related to your personal development. I want to take you through a quick exercise that can help you better yourself right now, right here on this video. So let's go down here. The way to improve is to raise your awareness. And this is what the best closers in the space have in common. They improve the who, and the who is you. The who is yourself. Now, I want you to think for a second, what do you want in your life? Is it health, wealth, spirituality, relationships? Write down those and put it very into specific detail about what you want. Next, if you need to pause this video, do it. But this is really important. Some of you are just going to hear me say it, not do it. You need to do this. Where will you end up if you continue doing the same things that you're doing right now? Where will you end up? Next, write down 3 fears that you have. And then finally, the big one, write down the traits of someone who could effortlessly achieve the life that you want. What would they wear? How would they talk? How would they present themselves? What attitude about the world would they have? What would their day look like? And what are their core values? If you do this, very soon you're going to do what we call raising your awareness. You're going to understand that the person you want to be and the things that you want in life, there's a big gap between where you are and where you want to be. And then when you can start to understand that you can become this person, you can start to transform not only your mindset, but the things that you do, how you walk, how you talk, what do you wear. And you can start to transform that into the version that you want. This is going to be the secret to success in your life. But more importantly, this is what the best closers are doing. Because I say this, sales is a game of leadership. And when you sit across and you talk to someone and you see how, and you're asking someone to invest in themselves. And when people buy things, they're investing in themselves to better themselves or better their company. And when you ask them to better themselves and you're not bettering yourself and you're not trying to improve, guess what? You're fighting a losing battle. If you're watching this right now, you're already doing what I'm talking about here. This is step 1. But using this exercise right here can accelerate your success into getting to where you want to be. All the closers are on a personal development journey. Not all of them. All of the good ones are consistently putting in time on themselves. And that is what creates success. So if you can commit to that, if you're somebody that works on themselves, and you probably are if you're watching this, and you enjoy it, I'm telling you, you can. This is going to be the space for you. This is, to me, is the only prerequisite. Are you doing personal development? Skills can be learned. All the other things, that's part of the personal development. But if you're not willing to do that, you're not actually going to see success. All right, now number 5, complete transparency. Why I'm doing this, I'm giving you all the information because if you want help with the implementation and actually hands-on training, we would love to help you out. Any point during this training you feel like that you want to work with us on a bigger level and work with me and my team specifically to work on you and develop your skills, feel free to hit the link in the description, and there's a quick application that you can fill out. For now, what my request is to keep going through this training and take this information, because I'm going to give you every single thing I know. And if you implement it, you should start seeing success in remote sales. So here we go. The next video, we're going to talk about how to land your first remote closing offer. Let's go.